family and amazing divine beings. Thank you for joining me on this update about the 8-8 Lionsgate portal. So I am filming this. I'm going live right now during night time. It's really raining heavily outside, so I decided to try on this lighting. I feel this is the best lighting I can manage during the night time. So let me guys know what you think about that. So coming on to the update, so I have already done a first quarter moon update, which kind of covers this current 7 days this week that we are experiencing. It's on my YouTube, so if you want to tap into larger themes that might be playing out within yourself, in your surrounding, and is playing out in the larger collective, and see what messages are there for you. For today, the messages that I channel that needs to be shared with the collective is mainly about healing and dealing with our programming and traumas around lack and scarcity. In the beginning of this journey, when I was exploring this, it would boggle my mind to think why so many people struggle with their relationship with money and abundance, and how complex all those beliefs are, and how they have formed and crystallized within us from our childhood experiences, how our parents dealt with money or talked about money, and also how the cultural perspective on abundance was, and the history of your people, that all those complex layers have really influenced your programming and your understanding and your relationship with money. And this is to baffle me, but when I thought about it even a little, it just came to me that the 99% of the population were oppressed, were either enslaved in some manner or pulled into this reality of scarcity. Wars are waged to keep economy as they are. Now, I'm not trying to go into a socio-political debate or discussion here, but this is general knowledge now that 99% of the population has been kept into this roundabout cyclic hamster wheel of chasing a dream and falling short of it, and getting more and more disconnected from their own soul, their own purpose, and their own essence. So this lack and scarcity not only prevents a person to experience a beautiful, abundant, and fulfilled life, but also disconnects you from your connection to the source, because source is infinite, source is abundant. So when you are in that lack mindset, you are disconnected from the source. So this works to cut off you from your feet in 2 levels. And I am called to share this all today because this is something the collective is going to heal during this cycle. And my guides said that it's a promise. It's a very, very deep assurance that you are healing your relationship with abundance. And then that, I think, is a beautiful confirmation and message, and I am truly grateful to hear it. So this portal is going to carry you through into realities where you would look back and see how much you have shifted, and you would be amazed at your growth. And right now you might be feeling not quite that way, because this morning, even for me, when I woke up, I felt myself that I was purging and dealing with healing some shadows in the dream space, and when I woke up with the alarm that continued into my waking life, and I had to spend a good couple of hours crying and going through those stories and untangling all those knots inside me. So if you are also feeling that you are pulled back, that your healing has been shaken and halted, and you feel that you're falling back again into your old limitations. Do not be afraid. This time is going to be a little testing. It's going to test your strength about faith. And what is strength, right? Strength is the ability to gracefully observe in the face of adversity. That's true strength. That's the lion energy all about. To know that there is no competition. In the true universal reality, when you're tapped into the source, there is no scarcity. When you are having something, you are not taking it away from anybody else. That's a false belief that so many of us has been implanted with. We are going to bust all those beliefs and form new beliefs based on true natural laws, that this universe, this reality is infinite, it's abundant. It's about how you manage your energies and attract what is already yours. The pride of the lion not comes from its size or its ability to rip your head apart, but it knows its majestic place. So that's how you are going to learn now to see yourself, to know your place, to know that whatever is yours is coming to you and is already yours. And even if you're being tested and things are like falling apart, there is no reason to be afraid and to believe those appearances, because reality sometimes what you see is just appearance of fear and lack, belief that you may hold within yourself. And if you can maintain your grace and strength and your spiritual strength through that, you will see this shine through and find yourself into a higher frequency. And I am absolutely excited for all of us. What other theme I am seeing is, and I have been downloading this for months now, is the collective grid, and I see it becoming stronger, more connected. Like 2-3 years ago, it would be like some little pockets of light scattered around the world, but now those pockets of light have become clusters. There's so many light workers coming online and shining their beacon, and now they're just, these clusters are like connecting with each other, much like our internet. And we are creating our own light network where we are tapping into each other's wisdom and gifts. And we are burying deep in the ground anything that has to do with the word competition or hierarchy. There is no competition. We are here with our own resources and our own gifts and our own abundance, and we are here to share on that, expand on that. So this is a theme that you will feel more supported. You will come across people, messages, transmission that wake you up to the angelic support that is always being provided to you. And it was hard to see because we were in pockets, disconnected, separated by lies and illusions. But over the last 2-3 years, we have done so much work as a collective and willingly plugged ourselves, our consciousness into the hive mind of the humankind, so that we can connect to each other, all those who are doing this work, all those who are rewriting the codes of the matrix. So I would say that congratulations on crossing this bridge, because this is huge. And since we are going through that phase, you might be still being tested. But the promise that the guides dropped into my ears today is, this is a time to have and stabilize financial abundance and security, and really reprioritizing where you put your energy. Abundance is not just in terms of money, it could be in terms of the quality of relationships you have, that you are abundant in having friends and having quality conversation. You're abundant in what you create on a daily basis. So you are going to have this little stations, these altars of different kinds of abundance that you want to experience. This is so different from the survival mindset that we have been in, right? We have been just chasing the dollars, the money to pay our bills, again in that survival contest. But when you are plugged into that collective, and when your community and collective is so strong, is so connected, you will feel that support. You will feel being held even when things appear to go downhill. You will have more faith in yourself, in what you do and how to express yourself. So yeah, that's what is playing out during this current 8/8 portal. But I would like to remind you, this comes with a purge in the beginning. Any remaining beliefs, narratives will come up in waves to be seen, acknowledged and purged. Now purging is an act of releasing physically your memories of trauma and false programming. So you will be called to purge. Answer that call. Take space and time to cry, to rest, to let those beliefs play out and discern what no longer belongs to you and what you do not want to carry into your future. So yeah, if you are feeling held back, if suddenly heavy emotions are showing up, and I was talking to a friend and I realized that we both are also seeing external reflect our dreams, our nightmares and our fears back to us. So that might also happen, but just because it is happening in the external, it does not confirm anything. It is not the truth. Remember, this Lion's Gate portal embody that lion energy of grace, of spiritual strength, of being able to just observe of what is happening and knowing that you are powerful, that you are protected, that anything that is meant for you is already yours and is well on its way. And you stay in that space. You stay in that space and revel and shine. And I just want to leave you with that message tonight. I hope you enjoyed this update. In other news, we are working on 2 brilliant programs to help you step into your light worker missions and roles. And now light worker doesn't have to be a spiritual healer or a coach or someone with a yoga, ayahuasca or retreat. A light worker is someone who sheds light on something that has been obscured and hidden by illusions. But to even do that, first you need to own your voice, you need to understand your expression, you need to learn about different senses. And today just we were discussing that we don't have 5 or 6 senses, we actually have at least 8 senses that we can access and tap into to get information and inner guidance, anything that we need to guide us to people, places, opportunities, situations, relationships, opportunities and everything internally. But that exercising and building that muscles will take some time, some training, some exchange of ideas, some understanding. That's why I and with my friends and partners are working on 2 different programs. Once, if you think you are ready to just share your message, that you know what you want to talk about, you know that you want to be in the light worker community and spread out your message, but you find it resistant to be on video and to just have a schedule of or a mindset or a structure on what to talk about, what to share, what is your message. And there's so much self-doubt and resistance we go through when we are called into our mission. So if you want help with that, few years ago finding a community was so difficult, but it's not now, there are many, and I am adding my own energetic space out there for people who particularly resonate with my voice, my expression, and my energy, to come and work with me and step into your light worker expressions. Can't wait to see that happens. I'm already working with Kira, Emerging Souls, and she is doing such a wonderful job, and sharing so much cool modalities about divination, and I'm learning so much for us. Like I said, competition is dead. This is an era about when we are just inspired by each other, and we inspire each other. We understand that both us and others have their unique place, and we are here to shine light on each other. And we have already entered that mindset. It's a beautiful space to begin expressing your light and putting it out there, knowing and owning that your frequency is wanted, there is needed in the collective. So I invite you into my program, Sharing My Light, and if this is something that's resonating you and you're ready to share your light, you just need a little nudge and a little encouragement, someone to mentor you and coach you for a little while before you're ready to go on your own. Come to my program for Sharing My Light. To know more, just DM me or drop a comment here, and I will let you know all what's there into the program. And it's exciting, it's intensive, it's like building a relationship and community. This is not something where you just get 7 recorded videos and you have to go through them on your own, and I leave you out there to hang dry. That's not how I work. I work intimately with relations, with understanding, and really also helping you find what your medicine, your message is. So that's about Sharing My Light. The other thing that I'm working on is a light worker lifeline. So that space would be for people who want to understand their sensitivities, who want to understand their peculiar spiritual experience and how to use that to actually access your light worker or spiritual gifts. Now again, light worker is not a person who is always a spiritual guide or a coach. A light worker could be a person who just works with the grid or the plants because you have a experience that you have a connection with plants or animals or stars, and you are here to download some information from them. Those kingdoms want to share experiences, information and knowledge through you, and you will be the medium between those kingdoms, those realities and worlds, to get that valuable spiritual information and share it with the world and help us grow and evolve. So if you want support in that and you do not know what's happening, you think you're growing crazy or what to trust, which institution or spiritual instructions to follow, so I would really encourage you to check out Lightworkers Lifeline to make a sense of all this. So how I and my partner and my guide Liaras describes this as an energetic soft net, a landing net for falling angels or star seeds or light workers who have been dropped into this dense reality, this dense planet. So this is a net to hold you softly so that you can have a smooth landing into your mission, into your next phase of your life, where you will stand up and share your medicine and your message. And yeah, so that's what we're calling Lightworker Lifeline, and the other program that I'm doing is Sharing My Magic. So if any of that rings a bell, resonates with you, and if you want to know more, the easiest thing to do is DM me or drop a comment here and I will get in touch with you. Like I said, we do not work in silos where it's not just a transaction, it's a long-term relationship. It's about plugging into that grid, the light worker grid, and making it stronger. So thank you for staying with me and listening to the update. Before I just move on, I would love to bring us back and recap the updates, because that was the main point of this video and why I hopped in today. So the main messages that my guides wanted to share with you is this portal, this transition, this difficulty, these challenges that you are facing right now is carrying you through to the fruits of your labors that has been promised. You have been working so hard to heal yourself, heal your life, understand yourself better, reprogram your beliefs. So this is going to carry you through a season of abundance, of security, of stability. But to get there, if you want to know what are your to-dos, what you got to have to do is trust this process, just be and observe, reprioritize how you invest your energies, because that's everything. How you reprioritize, how you think about your energy as the main currency in this reality. What you put out is what comes back to you. How are you investing your energies? Are you thinking too much about lack and scarcity and failures and stuff like that? Are you too much engaged in how much people are suffering, or are you investing in your time to create your own abundance so that you can then share that abundance with others who might also need, and therefore create more and increase more wealth on the planet? And money and wealth in the planet is not limited, even though our current economic structure give us that false impression. It is absolutely limitless. And we will go into that understanding someday if you are interested. So let me know if that's something you want me to explore with you, and I can talk about that in length. But the second message was that true spiritual strength is the ability to observe with grace in the face of adversity. So you might be feeling tested, you might feel that you're going through a purge and you are dealing with a lot of old programmings and beliefs. That's okay, it's part of this process. It's supposed to be happening. It is clearing out your vessel so that light can live in it. And finally, again, financial stability and abundance brought through conscious creation. So focus on that, focus on what you're creating, and be gentle with yourself, love yourself. So much is opening up in the collective, so much opportunities and communities to tap into and really hold yourself and give you assistance and love through this journey that we are taking as a collective, as a species. We are changing the whole brain chemistry of the future generations. We are creating a world of people who are sovereign and free, and they think for themselves, and they're not controlled by anything, and their heart is open, which means they operate from an open heart center. Just imagine what a world that would be. It fills myself, my whole being, with so much light just about talking about it. Alright, I think I lost electricity or something, so bye bye, that's my cue. Take care, bye.